Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening from an Ekta. In today's occasion, I'm going to give a little bit of explanations on global warming. But before coming up to the material, I'm going to introduce a little bit of myself. My name is Tobias Sihombing. I'm from 11 Science 3 SM Analytical Medan, and my presence number is the 18th. Here's a little quick view on myself. So, the first of all, definition. On Earth, where over 7 billion people exist, there's a serious global warming that are happening. Global warming, in general, is a progressive condition where whole temperature inside Earth's atmosphere is going up along the year. Global warming is a name given for a phenomenon of increasing temperature of Earth's air, land, and water because of the emission of greenhouse gas. These greenhouse gases create greenhouse effect that lead to a temperature rise over the year. According to NASA GISS, Earth's temperature rises to over 1 degree Celsius each year. Second part is the cause of global warming. The first one is industrial waste. There's so many industry going and working every day, especially after the human industrial revolution. And the waste of it is mostly harming the environment condition. As for instance, it results on CFC, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and etc. The second one is fossil fuel transportation. The burning of a fossil fuel transportations creates, for instance, carbon dioxide, nitrogen. I put an X in here because the reaction on the chain of chemical reaction is really various, and etc. The third one is from Farm and Agriculture Department. For instance, we have methane or CH4. It is because of the plant's deteriorations. And the next one, we have carbon that is coming from the animal's feces. The fourth one is deforestation that exists and going on everywhere in the part of the world. Why? Because deforestation hampers the system of oxygen reproduction from forests. Well, it all sums up to one reason that is mainly happening. It's the greenhouse gases, which includes H2O or water, CO2 or carbon dioxide, CH4 or methane, NO or nitrogen, CFG, and O3, which is basically ozone. And it leads to a system named greenhouse effect that is creating the global warming as a result. So I'm going to explain a global warming process, but a little bit disclaimer. We need to understand that the cause of the global warming is the greenhouse effect. So I'm going to give explanation about how the greenhouse effect works. Okay, so first of all, there's the solar radiation. The solar radiation reaches the atmosphere. Some of the radiation is reflected by Earth's atmosphere and surface, but most of the radiation is absorbed by the Earth's surface and atmosphere, warming it. So we can see here, it is absorbed, but some of it is reflected back. The second phase is the Earth's surface re-emits some energy as infrared radiation. A portion of the infrared radiation escapes Earth's atmosphere and goes back into space. We can see it goes back into space because the Earth is reflecting the radiation. But for some reason, because we have this kind of greenhouse gases such as CH+, CO2, and many other types of gases, some of the infrared radiation is trapped by the greenhouse gases, which cause Earth's atmosphere and surface, and it becomes lower to the land, and it gets warmer. The temperature gets warmer. And the fourth phase is human activities that are increasing the level of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, which is trapping extra heat and raising Earth's temperature. So in simple, it's basically because of human industrial work that creates these gases such as carbon dioxide, CFC, or many other gases. It traps the radiation that should be released to the space And this trapped radiation create a warmer and warmer temperature on Earth. What is the impact then? The first of all, ice melts. Yes, in the North Pole, in the Arctic, ice melts. Second one is plants and animals population decrease. As outcome of this ice melt, the population of polar bear, penguins, and so many other polar animals is decreasing. They cannot adapt to the situation where they're living or their environment is melt being taken by this heat and it is melting. The third one is rising water level. The water level in the whole world, around the world, is rising for over a few centimeters a year. The fourth one is harm for the ecosystem of the sea, such as coral reef. Coral reef is basically a living place for fish and many other sea animals. But it is being destroyed because the warm water is destroying the environment of the coral reef. It creates less population of sea animals because again, these animals cannot adapt with the situation of the melting ice and warmer condition. The fifth one is health problem. There's immediate health problem, but there are also long-term health problem. The immediate one is this gas is straightly harmful for our body. So after the pollution that happens and exists, it creates so many types of disease. It can be tuberculosis or many other disease that is maybe temporary, but most of it are long-term kind of disease. Coming at the next one, conclusion. Well, in the conclusion part, global warming is caused by greenhouse effect. The existence of greenhouse effect is inevitable. It's inevitable. It is significantly rising due to human industrial revolution that produce a lot of harmful gas emissions. We are only able to minimize the global warming process by using less fossil burning transportations, reuse and recycle every waste, use less tree-based products such as tissue or paper. It is a little step that can help humanity to last longer because we want to live together to create a betterment for the future. I'm Tobias. This is my presentations for the examinations. Thank you.